Welcome, friends. Welcome back. Welcome. Somebody needs a smile there, buddy. Smile, smile. You're on video, buddy. Smile, you're on candid camera. This is The Real Dad Show, episode number 60. The Real Dad Show, episode number 60. RoccoDeLeo.com/60 for the video of my son looking extremely excited about getting interviewed. Super, super excited about being interviewed on the show here. Listen, friends, Rocco had a great opportunity this week, and I wanted him to have a chance to talk about it, not just because we want to talk about our stuff. Mainly, that's why. There's the music coming back. But really, we want to inspire others. Rocco, what are we talking about?
Camp.
So Rocco went to middle school camp this week. What middle school camp was it?
What?
We lost him. This is our second take, so it's not as well. The first one was pretty terrible, so let's go with this one here.
There's a fly on the screen.
There's a fly. We're dealing with flies here. Rocco went to Thousand Pines. I want to say Thousand Palms, but it's Thousand Pines.
Yes.
Thousand Pines up in Crestline, California, near. Those of you familiar with the area, it's near Lake Gregory, Crestline, Lake Arrowhead, Big Bear type area. And a great opportunity to go up there with his youth group for Sunday through Friday, I think is what it was. And
yes.
You had middle school kids and high school kids, correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the camp.
There's
a camera here. You can look.
There were
smile.
A lot of activities to do there during the day because during free time, because we only had like 4 or 5 hours of free time.
Only 4 or 5 hours of free time. Boy, I'd like 4 or 5 hours of free time a month. So what was a typical day like, buddy?
Well, when you wake up, you have to eat breakfast and go to morning chapel.
Did we wake you up?
And then you go do cabin wars and then you do devotional time with your cabin leader.
Devotional time with. So tell me about that.
It's like a Bible study.
A Bible study. Okay, go.
It's just a bunch of questions about what we got out of the message.
So was there one particular message that? Look, this is how we multitask. I'm putting a life jacket on a Barbie doll while I'm recording a podcast. Was there any particular message or devotional that really stuck out at you? Here you go.
The Bible study?
Yeah. Any particular messages?
The message that the pastor gave?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one. There was two, because there was one, he said that his daughter had like a heart disease, and so she had to have open heart surgery twice.
Oh, man.
And she has to go back to the hospital in November, and if the doctor says that she has to have it again, she's gonna have open heart surgery 3 times.
Oh, man.
And the first time she had it, she was only 7 months old.
Wow. How'd that make you feel?
Like, really bad for the pastor.
So what did you guys do?
What do you mean?
Did you guys pray or?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Then
that's
the
good.
message after, like, the day after that, he gave a message that everybody started crying after.
Was that related to his daughter?
It was somewhat related to his daughter. He was giving, because every time
put the microphone up here.
Every time he starts a message, he always has real life problems that he shares first, and then he does stuff. And then he preaches from the Bible.
So there was something you told me when I picked you up. We went to lunch. Where did we go to lunch at?
Don Jose's.
Don Jose's. That's like our favorite place in the world, isn't it?
Yes. We should go right now.
It's quite yummy. I think I had a cheese enchilada. I don't remember. You had a chicken enchilada.
Yeah, we should go right now.
I know, huh? So you told me something that really jumped out at me that I actually put a post on Facebook that would really, because I was really excited. And you talked about being saved. Tell me about that.
Was that the pamphlet from the child?
No. You told me about like when you die, you go to heaven.
Oh, right. the pastor said that in a point in your life, if you accept God and you believe in Him, and then you just one day you decide to do something really bad, like really really bad, you'll still go to heaven.
Wow. Okay, so how does that make you feel? As someone who's probably not going to do something really, really bad, but, I mean, how does it make you feel?
I don't know.
How does it make you feel to know that you're guaranteed to go to heaven?
Awesome.
That's pretty awesome, huh? Does that make you want to go tell other people about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because one of the coaches said that they want to be a pastor, and I was like, that would be cool if I would be a pastor when I grow up.
I think that would be cool. What do you think? What do you think it means to be a pastor?
You have to be good at preaching and like not afraid to speak in front of large groups of people.
What do you think a pastor does, other than speaking in front of large people? Speaking in front of large people. Speaking in front of large groups of people that may have large people in them. I don't know. What does your pastor do? What does your pastor do for you?
He runs everything. Like,
he teaches you. He teaches you about Jesus, and he teaches you about living a good life. But he teaches you really about Jesus and about how to get to heaven and
yes,
the awesome stuff. So, what was this Psalm 139 we were talking about?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit. I'll read it here in a minute. But what's the significance of Psalm 139 from your time at summer camp? Like, when did they told you? What did they tell you to do with Psalm 139?
To read it every day for 30 days.
So read Psalm 139 every day for 30 days. I'm going to read this to our audience here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. So, O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thought afar off. You comprehend my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word on my tongue, but behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You have hedged me behind and before and laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall fall on me, even the night shall be light about me. Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you, but the night shines as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to you, for you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's wombs. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works. And that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, and skillfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Your eyes saw my substance being yet unformed, and in your book they were all written, the days fashioned for me, when as yet there were none of them. Well, I enunciated that wrong. How precious are your thoughts to me, O God. How great is the sum of them. If I should count them, they would be more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Oh, that you would slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, you bloodthirsty men, for they speak against you wickedly. Your enemies take your name in vain. Do I not hate them, O Lord, who hate you? And do I not loathe those who rise up against you? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxieties. And see if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Now, I'm not a perfect biblical scholar here, but I read this and I see a lot of comfort in knowing that God knows everything. God knew you before you were born, and he knows the story of your life. We talk about Romans 8:28, that God makes everything come together for its purpose, that God's in control. What did you guys talk about? You're going to say nothing, I know. What did you guys talk about when you? I'm sure you guys read this Psalm 139 together. What did you talk about?
I only read it once, I think.
Yeah. Did they kind of give you a little bit of idea of what are your thoughts around this, of knowing that God's in control and God knows everything?
Well, every day when the pastor wakes up in the morning, he told us that he says, he tells Jesus that he wants him to use his life, like surprise him.
So the pastor says, "Surprise me, use me."
Yes.
That's pretty cool. How do you feel? Do you think that God could use you, Rocco?
Yes.
I think he can. So tell me a little bit before we jump out of here and we run from all these crazy flies. Let me tell you. Tell me some more of the super fun stuff. 'Cause remember, you've already said this, but we have to say it again because we had to record over again.
What?
Tell me some of the super fun stuff about camp.
The zip lining.
And you did that how many times? Chicken. We'll do it. You'll do it next year.
The basketball courts.
Yeah?
The swimming pool.
Oh, yeah. What did you guys have? Would you say you had a belly flopping contest?
Yes.
Oh man, tell me. Hallie says it's warm in here. It's a podcast studio. It gets warm in here. The only room in the house without a ceiling fan. So tell us about the belly flopping contest.
Well, one person from every cabin from middle school had to do one, and then they would get a score. And whoever got the highest score obviously won.
So what was the most obnoxious or scary looking belly flop? Can you explain it?
Well, somebody did like a double front flip into a dive. Into a belly flop.
Ouch. And was this at night? You said you did night swimming.
Yeah.
Because I remember you called me twice and you were just on fire. You were leading. What were you doing? You were leading like a prayer group?
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Everybody wanted me to do it again.
Yeah?
So I did it 2 nights in a row.
I wonder where you get this energy from. This to lead prayer groups and stuff. I don't know. It's a joke because we're literally on a podcast where I talk to a bunch of people. Yeah, see, I can't keep your attention. It's too much. I don't have enough caffeine or enough Dr. Pepper to keep your attention here. One more thing before we let you go here, Rocco. Again, the toughest interview I've ever had is my son right here, who's just like, it's summer. I don't want to be bothered.
Because I want to go to the pool right
now. I don't want to go to the pool. Tell us about the chocolate bar.
Ah, jeez.
I know you already told the story, but we have to tell again because that didn't make it to the
Right.
didn't make it to the editing bin.
Well, there was a coffee shop that me and my friend went to.
Was that the malt shop?
It was either the malt shop or the coffee shop. I bought a chocolate bar. Well, I bought a chocolate bar at the coffee shop, and I went into the girls' cabin, put the chocolate bar on the toilet seat, and turned the heat up in the cabin to 90 degrees. Waited for the chocolate bar to melt, and then I rubbed it on the toilet seat, and then I put a note that says, "Sorry, I had to poop."
I mean, what? Why would you do something like that? How'd that go over?
The girls got mad.
The girls got mad? What did they do?
They tried to prank us back.
They tried to prank. What did they do? What did they try to do?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
Yeah, what did they do?
There's an opening under the cabin that they went under, and then they were knocking on the floor to try and scare us. They tried to scare the guys, and then I heard them knocking on the floor, so we tried to scare them back. So I told everybody to jump on the floor. So then all the spiders, bugs, and spider webs fell on the girls, and then the girls ran away.
How are you going to go to camp next year?
Yes.
You think they're going to get you back?
No.
No. What makes you think they're not going to get you back next year?
Because they're not smart enough.
Oh no, they're fighting words there. I'm going to get away from that. So Rocco, tell me in like 30 seconds. Tell me if a kid your age were to come up to you and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about going to summer camp, but I'm not sure." What would you tell them?
Tell them I would say that it's a lot of fun and that they should go.
Why? No, I don't want. I don't know. I'd rather just stay home and play video games.
Then you're a loser.
We get interrupted there.
Then that person is a loser.
Yeah, that doesn't work. going to hit you. Wait, I can't say that on a...
Shut up.
tell me about... tell me why. Tell me why you went... What's so special about going to summer camp?
Because there's a bunch of friends that you can see there, and you can hang out with them all day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I lost my sound.
And then I woke up in the morning, and I went to go to the coffee shop every morning with my friends.
Yeah? So tell me, so you went to coffee shop with your friends?
Yes.
There we go. There's our sound. That's a little loud. Got to have that churchy music getting out of here. So you have fun. You go to the malt shop. You have your friends. It's just nonstop activities. It's Jesus centered, right?
Yes.
But it's not. You're not like sitting there reading the Bible all day.
No.
But you're having fun with other people who believe the same stuff you believe.
I don't think anybody read the Bible at church camp.
Well, you read it during Bible study.
No.
You didn't use the Bible. This is not a very good commercial for Bible camp. Because the parents can be like, well, what good is this? They don't even read the Bible?
I mean, we read the Bible after he told us to read Psalm 139.
Okay. So you didn't have tons of Bible stuff, but it's good. You guys are in middle school. We're not just slamming the Bible over your head.
We read the passage about Lazarus, and then the woman that was bleeding for a couple years.
And what did both of them find with Jesus?
I don't know.
Healing,
yes.
Healing, I guess. Yeah, there's, this is hope.
Yes.
And salvation, of course.
Yes.
And that's the thing. So me as a father, sending a kid to camp, a kid who had a lot more energy the other day, telling me about this, but I wasn't going to stick a microphone in front of his face. I wanted to just be there, present with him. And I could tell you, I got 2 phone calls, and the kid changed. He definitely had found Jesus, and he found the passion, and it was just having such a good time, having such joyfulness. And that's what we want for our children. We want them to have good fun and get to be kids. And I think, Rocco, the stuff you got to do with the bicycling and the mountain biking and the skate park and drinking all the sodas and all that candy and all that stuff, that's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you want to go back next year? Yes, you do. Well, Rocco, thank you. This music's gonna run out. We're gonna play it again. We're gonna play it again. There we go. Thank you for your time, Rocco, sharing this with my audience here, because I was super on fire. I was I can't talk right. I was super excited about sending you to camp, but I was nervous. I wasn't sure how you would be. You hadn't been away from me that long, but as we could see by that look on your face, you really don't care. And I'm learning that it's time to let you grow up a little bit and to have some faith in you and to know that you're becoming a man. But you're not a man yet. You're a kid, and we need to let you have fun, and we need to let our kids. You can't hear Rocco, but I've got this like churchy music in the background because this is my epic outro. So I always have like a message in my podcast here, but it was really special. I really appreciate it. And those 2 phone calls absolutely made my day. You called me. They were kind of late, but I'll take it. Just to hear you on fire and excited. And both times, you remember what you told me when you had to go real quick? You're like, I got to go, Dad. Do you remember what you had to go do?
I had to go lead a Bible study.
So I got a kid that comes back talking about being saved, and a kid that led a Bible study at least 2 times. That was worth that alone is worth the price of admission. Anything you want to say before I wrap this thing up? Goodbye. Thank you, buddy. Thank you to the audience. Hang in there. We don't leave until the music's completely over. This is when you can say funny things like Lucky Charm. What do you say?
Lusaki
Shamarme. We got 37 seconds. What's the other one? Coco Pibliblies. Shararios. This kid. We'll wrap it. We still got more sound here, but we're going to say goodbye. Awesome. I'm going to have to edit this because I can't log back in. My computer screen went into... What happened? This entire episode, we're still recording, has been an absolute comedy of errors. We're still on. We're still on the air. We're still recording. We had to record it twice. We had a kid walk in and just completely throw us off. But here we are, buddy. I think I'm going to leave this in the show. And then right at the end, I'm trying to have my smooth outro there, and my computer goes into hibernate. And I think all that was caught on video, but I couldn't see it. And I had no way of turning off the recording. But you know what? This is life, man. What do you think? I got a kid who does not even care, but I love him. I love him. He's like, Dad, and his podcast again?
He has to take me to the pool now.
He wants to go to the pool. I have too much work to do. I can't be a dad. I have to do, like, work. I don't know. What are we going to do? Okay, we're going to wrap this thing up. We're at 21 minutes here. We're going to say goodbye. Goodbye, really, this time, before the computer goes into hibernate again. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.